Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So this story right here is going to be one of the most important stories to pay attention to. We know that when Deontay Wilder faced Tyson Fury, there were long counts for Tyson Fury when he was on the canvas, and not only the first fight, but the third fight as well. Well, veteran referee Carlos Padilla, he comes out, does an interview for the WBC, and admits to cheating for Manny Pacquiao by giving him extra time when he got knocked down and he was really hurt against Nadal Hussein. He laughs about it now, talking about how he prolonged the count and how he knows how to do it. But believe it or not, that wasn't the only time Padilla admitted to cheating in this fight in favor of Manny Pacquiao. Now, this part right here is even worse to me. So, just in case you guys don't know, that fight ended in a TKO, a win for Manny Pacquiao. Well, the reason why the fight was stopped because Hussein, he had a cut. But the cut was from a headbutt, which Carlos Padilla admits in this interview that he acknowledged. He knew it was a headbutt, but he said he told them that it was a punch. And because he ruled it as a punch, the fight was declared a TKO win for Manny Pacquiao. If he would have ruled it as the headbutt that it was, the fight would have went to the scorecards and Hussein would have won. And then on top of all of that, the cut looked like it was underneath Hussein's eye. And when the doctor seen the cut, he didn't say anything to Hussein. He just looked at it for a quick second and then just stopped the fight, which comes off like he was in cahoots with the referee and Manny Pacquiao. Guys, this is a major injustice. And what makes it even crazier is, once again, this referee, Carlos Padilla, he's doing this interview for the WBC. So the WBC, they heard this man make these admissions that he actually cheated multiple times just to secure a win for Manny Pacquiao. So the WBC, they could have decided not to put this interview up. But despite knowing that he said all of these things, the WBC, they still put this interview up on their website. And just remember, it was the WBC president that was going out of his way defending Tyson Fury when there were accusations of Tyson cheating in any fashion. But yet when it came to Gervonta Tank Davis, the WBC, they came out and accused Gervonta Tank Davis of having loaded gloves. But shortly after they put that post up, they deleted it. With that being said, before I keep talking, let's go ahead and get into the actual video. This is Carlos Padilla, once again, admitting to everything he did to get Manny Pacquiao the win. Now, by the way, just to set this up for you guys so you know exactly what Padilla is talking about at the beginning. Padilla, he starts off by saying, they told me that this is a really important fight for Manny Pacquiao. If he gets past this fight, he gets to fight for a world title, etc., etc. But I wonder, who is they when he said this? And that's what the guy who was interviewing him should have asked him. Who is they? But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into the interview. Check it out.
He will have a chance to fight for the World Championship. So, I post for my coming back here, stay. And, you know, the opponent, Hashim, or whatever his name, he's taller, younger, stronger, and dirty fighter. Managed by Jeff Phoenix, the trainer from Australia. So, in the 7th round, I think, Manny got knocked down. I thought he's going to get up because his eyes are like a cross iron. Because I'm a Filipino and everybody's Filipino watching the fight. So I prolonged the count. You know, I know how to do it. And when he get up, I still am. Hey, are you okay? And that's prolonging the fight. Are you okay? Okay, fight. And then Phoenix.
Partner twirls his opponent around so that he has an advantage. That was a punch. Bumagsak sa count.
Ayan, bumagsak po si Manny Pacquiao here in round number 4.
Naku, delikado dito si Manny. Delikado dito si Manny.
Ayan, tinatanong ng Carlos Padilla. Mukhang hilo pa. Hilo si Manny Pacquiao.
Hilo si Manny. The Himson lady is coming in.
Maaga po po sa round number 4.
He was not trained by Freddie Roach yet. He holds for his dear life. And the guy pushed him. He went down again. I said, hey, to the opponent, you don't do that. You know, prolonging, you don't do that. Huh? That's what. Okay, judges, get action. Get action. You know, Manny is still groggy.
Kaibigan.
Hinahabol nila yun. Oh, good right by Hussein. Hilo pa rin si Manny Pacquiao.
Dapat tumawak muna si Manny.
Yan, lumayakap si Manny Pacquiao. Pero wrestling.
Okay, guys, so I think the interpretation right there when it comes to the subtitles was wrong. It clearly sounded like Carlos Padilla, he said that Manny Pacquiao was still groggy. He was still hurt. And then Carlos makes another admission by saying that he took a point away from Hussein just to buy Manny Pacquiao time. So Padilla, he pulled out all the tricks in this fight.
And Nadal is saying, throwing an elbow and a forearm.
1 point deduction.
Now be given a 1-point deduction.
Nagreklamo si Sir Felix.
A deduction, a 1-point deduction has been slapped by Padilla.
Now, this is when Padilla said that Manny Pacquiao, he headbutted Hussein.
He batted the other guy. That's a cut. I said, my God, I declare it a punch. But it's if there is a bat, you have to stop the punch to the judges. Headbutt. That's a point deduction. But if you don't do that, the fight continues, meaning to say it's a good, clean punch. So, it's not really big and it's not really, you know. But I never stopped the doctor to check. I want to see it. Serious? Later on, I know, because they said, better knock that guy, Manny. Because, you know, in the Philippines, you might be, we will be in trouble.
Okay, yeah, so the subtitles are definitely off. Right there, just in case you didn't understand what Padilla said, he said he overheard Manny Pacquiao's team saying, you need to knock this guy out to win the fight. They knew that they were way behind on the scorecards. And that's where, once again, the referee Padilla came in.
Inside position, bakit niya?
Ayun. Tatawagin na ni referee Padilla yung doktor.
Itatawag na ngayon ang ringside position sa wakas. Tinawag ni Carlos Padilla.
Guys, let me tell you, if there was an admission like this in any other sport, this would be the biggest story in that entire sport. Matter of fact, this would be one of the biggest stories in news, period. But of course, not in the sport of boxing. You see, the reason why Padilla, he was willing to get on camera and laugh about this, because he's telling us that this is a normal practice in the sport of boxing. Not just him, but all of the referees knows the tricks of the trade. I remember Jesse Brinkley from The Contender. He was fighting on ESPN, and the referee's name was Draculich. He was one of the main refs in all of the big fights. And I remember that name because, of course, it stood out. So I was watching that fight on ESPN. I forgot who Jesse was fighting, but he gets hit with a body shot that drops him, right? So he's sitting on the canvas in pain. Well, Draculich, he kneels down, gets really close to Jesse Brinkley, and he tells Jesse Brinkley to say it was a low blow. Jesse's listening to him. As soon as he heard him say that, Jesse immediately started to act as if he had got caught with a low blow. So then, of course, the referee, Draculich, he gives Jesse Brinkley even more time to recover. And it was funny because this was all caught on camera. And when the ESPN commentators, when they heard it, they all kind of laughed about it. I mean, they actually played the audio that you could hear clearly. Draculich telling this fighter to say it was a low blow. And I tell you, after that fight, Draculich did not lose any gigs. He was still covering all of the biggest fights in boxing. So just like the police have their code of silence, it looks like the boxing industry has their code of silence as well. I mean, just think about it, guys. How many times have you been watching a fight where it looks like the referee was actually trying to help buy a fighter time after he got hurt, knocked down, or whatever the scenario was? We see this all the time, and now we know why. Well, let me rephrase that. We always knew why, but now it's just confirmed even more. The WBC released this interview about 24 hours ago, and the majority of the biggest boxing websites, they haven't reported on it yet. Man, it's crazy when you just look at all the corruption that exists in the sport of boxing today. I mean, from racist boxing judges that are still judging fights today to corrupt referees like Carlos Padilla, who jokes about taking what would have been the biggest win of Nadal Hussein's career. Do you guys know it took Hussein another 3 years after he lost to Manny Pacquiao to get a title shot, despite the fact that he didn't lose again after the Manny Pacquiao fight? That is another loss that Manny Pacquiao should have had on his record. And this is further proof that Tyson Fury should have losses on his record as well. I actually have more to say on this video, but I gotta wrap it up. But I will wrap it up by saying this. For the boxers out there that want to clean the sport up and they want to fight corruption in their sport that they participate in, one of the best things you can do is start using those huge platforms that you have and start to make sure that stories like this start to spread in the sport of boxing so people see the corruption that's taking place today. If old media is not going to do their job and report on the biggest stories in the sport, then once again, the boxers that really care about corruption should be sharing these stories. That racist boxing judge, Gloria Martinez, who's still judging boxing matches today and is openly racist to black people. I would expect black boxers to definitely want to make sure that the whole boxing world knows about this judge, so you don't end up becoming another one of her victims if she ends up judging your fight. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Decay Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodecay.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.